I'm talking and the mic's muted. Oh boy. What I was saying was, thank you for hopping on again, Kira and Shura. I got some popcorn. You saw it. You didn't hear me say it. Um, yeah. Chris, it was me. I forgot to turn my mic on. Um, just gonna hang out. Plan is to stay on as long as possible until I get really tired, I guess. I finished all my errands, so I kind of just can relax now. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Any questions you have? I don't know if I was muted when I said I downloaded Battlestar Galactica. So I was gonna watch episode one today. I just got a little bit busy. Um, I do know when I started it because I was looking to make sure it was the right file. So I played like the first 10 seconds and it said previously on Battlestar Galactica. So I'm guessing that was that little mini series of the movie you guys said came before. Hopefully you could all hear me now. I think you should. Oh, and I figured out what was going on with the freezing. So thank you to YouTube for that because I Googled it. It was driving me crazy. I had put my friend on live and I was like, just send a thumbs up. And then I went on my other channel to do a thumbs up and I can't even find where you could do a thumbs up. So I was just going crazy. But apparently there's a setting in FaceTime called like emojis or something when you go into the FaceTime settings on the Mac, and you just have to turn it off. So everything should be good now. Kira says, I want that community, also the one with the university flag. I have that one in my Amazon. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't know why I haven't bought it, but it's basically in not my shopping cart, but my saved items. I'll show you right now. Oh, where did it go? There's no, oh, here it is. This is the one that I have saved that I'm gonna buy shortly. So let's go here. This one. So if you guys could see, I'm gonna get this one because I love Troy and Abed. This was the first shirt that I looked for. I love it. Chris said that's so strange. Sometimes I'll click like a video and the icon will show it's pressed, but the number of likes doesn't. That's the question. In when I was on mine in the bottom, the only options that I saw was heart, smiley face, I guess it's a party hat or like something from a party, the shocked face, and the 100%. I don't even see a thumbs up. Whoops a daisy. So I'm not quite sure, but this is the shirt that I want to get. Shear said, how they got that flag past the dean is anyone's guess, but he is the dean of deans. He is. I imagine whenever the dean looks at this flag, he thinks of Jeff and probably wants to touch more than just his abs. Man, Dean Pelton is the best. What other shirt did I want? Oh, I bought a well, if you watch my videos, you've seen I only have two Rick and Morty shirts, but I do want another one of these. And oh, this one, I don't wear it a lot, but give me a second. All right. So when I was creating my merch website, because it's fun to create stuff. It's not too hard either, but I was trying to come up with like shirts using movie fonts and stuff like that. So I have my Guardians of the Galaxy one. Actually, I could go to my, well, I don't have it on the store. Anyways, I have my Guardians of the Galaxy one that says Sanctum of the Screen, and then I have one that's kind of like Avatar, and this one I made for community, and I don't really wear it often because it's black and you don't get to see it, but this was my community one. It's, I mean, it's not too hard. I just use their font, but it's fun. The only one I have now is, yeah, my shop now is just regular stuff besides my girlfriend's brand for when she plays video games. She's the kind assassin, so I used the Assassin's Creed logo. And then mine is just generic. And then I wanted to design a license plate for some reason. So it's pretty cool. All right. Dean says, yeah, the Dean has an unhealthy interest in Jeff. His outfits are hilarious. That black and white outfit that he did, oh my God. Kira says Joe McHale always plays a jerk in most movies he's in. Have you watched that new series, Ted, with the Teddy? He's in that? I know he's in Animal, what's it called? Hmm, Animal Rescue or something like that. Let me make this a little smaller. Just put it over here. Damn, I forgot the name of it. But I've been wanting to see his new show. I didn't know that he was in Ted. He was in the movie. Oh. He he gives off a good jerk. Like he's really good at it. Like season one, Jeff, he was, the direction that they sent him in season one was wow. But I did see the first Ted, but a while ago, so I don't really remember. I'll have to check it out. Hmm. Oh man. So for everyone else not in Arizona, how's the weather over there? Mm-mm-mm. I don't think I ever asked you guys, or maybe I have, I don't remember. I don't need like a top 10 or any particular order, but name like your five favorite shows like that just come to mind. If you're like, you have to watch an episode of a show and you could pick from five, like what did you like your top five favorite shows? Where there's, oh, that's right, Kira, you're in New York. What part of New York are you in? My dad's in the Bronx, and last week when it was like cool here, he told me it was like 79. I should be back in New York because he's getting an award in like 3 weeks. Um, how long have you been in Arizona? Long Island. I have a lot of friends there. I went to St. John's University for college in Jamaica, Queens. Damn, I got a lot of popcorn. Basically my dinner. Mm. Another question besides the TV show one, and this I only ask because I know a lot of people, they use different screen names for YouTube, Twitter, whatever. Um, do any of you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or any of the socials or Patreon? Because I have someone on my Patreon that I think is also someone who comments on all my YouTube videos. I think it's them, but they never answer me in Patreon. Shira loves Vampire Slayer. I'm sorry, I skipped the entire line. The creators of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's called Pushing Daisies. I heard of that one. I forgot the premise of it though. But we have the internet, so let's look. My keyboard is kind of far, so I'll probably spell stuff wrong. All right. First, I want to see who's in this. Oh, Lee Pace. Anna Friel. The name sounds familiar. She looks familiar. Shy McBride. I know him. Don't recognize that little kid. Ellen Green. Swoozy Kurtz. Oh yeah, I recognize her. Kristen Chen. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't remember like the show per se, but I do remember Kristen Chenoweth was in a sitcom. Kira said she follows me on Instagram, but I got hacked and not sure how to get it back on. I follow you on Insta if memory serves. Cool. I hate getting hacked. Every time I get like a fake text, one of those things, I'm better at it now, but like I've been using Macs for so long, like 15 years ago, it was always like Macs can't get viruses. So every time I would get like a suspicious email that I knew was probably a virus, I would click on it anyway. Now I don't trust. I don't trust anything. And now it's easier if you get something. It's like, oh, UPS needs this information, and then you look at the email address that it's coming from. It's from like the weirdest like email. Chris said, I don't do any social media stuff. I'd rather follow folks on Patreon than YouTube. The thing about Patreon for me is it's fun because it's easier to put those videos up. It's very little editing. Um, I started it just to like, I wanted to accumulate content on there first. So I made it public or whatever, you know, I added tiers and I was like, I'll just put up stuff. So whenever I get bigger, you know, maybe someone will find me, et cetera, et cetera. But within like a week, I got a couple of people on it. Like I think I have only 5 now, like 5 paid tiers. But I never expected anybody like immediately to join. But I have like 500 posts on there now. It's just, they're fun. Wonder Falls was a great series. I only got 1 season. It has Lee Pace, who's also from, okay, let's see. Wonder Falls. Should have brought a napkin. My hands are buttery. Oh, God. I was not prepared. All right. Wonder Falls. 2004. Wow. Let's see who I recognize in this one. All right. Carolyn DeVernus, I don't. Lee Pace, obviously, yes. Katie Finnernan, no. Tracy Thomas looks familiar. William Sadler looks familiar. Very familiar. I just can't put my finger on it. Oh, Rue McClanahan was in that? Chris had a crush on the lead character. Was the lead character that wasn't Lee Pace? Then who on this list was it? Tyron Letso? Sheer said, I don't know how people eat popcorn in the movie theater, then want to get fresh. I don't. I don't know. Well, for me, typically, if I go to the movies, I have AMC A list, which I don't take advantage of enough. But since I have that, technically the movies are free, you know? So usually, damn, that was scary. Usually I don't eat dinner, so I'll go there and me and if I even go with my friends or my girlfriend, I always eat a lot. So I wouldn't be able to touch anything. I'm out of it after eating all that food. But I get you, Sheer. Chris said, Carolyn Davernus. Oh, I was way off. I was. All right. It makes me sad when I like shows that I've missed, and then the characters or the actors are my age. I'm like, damn, I missed their entire primes. That sounds ageist, but you know what I mean. Like when this show came out, she would have been like 24, like me. I should have watched more TV. Or when I see something and like an actor is dead already. Boomhauer is in the Hauer. We're just chatting, BSing. Did I ever see the Bionic Woman remake? It has Battlestar Galactica on it. Bionic Woman remake. Now I gotta go to that. I'm guessing this one? 2007? All right. Oh, Katie Sackhoff is in that too? Who played? I don't even remember. The Bionic Man. No. Was the Bionic Man's name Steve Austin, or was that like the $100 million man or something? I don't know who was the Bionic Woman. Let's see. Oh, the $6 million man. Oh my God, I was way off. I'm horrible. All right, so in this one, Katie Sackhoff, Kevin Rankin definitely looks familiar. Um, Lucy Hale. I wonder if she's related to Tony Hale. Let's see. Nope, she is not. Um, who else in this? Isaiah Washington looks familiar. That's about it. Chris says, if you inflate with interest, it's over 10 billion. Oh my God. That is true. Um, let's see. So Boomhauser. Hey, I don't want to mess up your name. Joe, is it Josiah? Welcome. Says, I don't watch much yourself. I subbed back when you were doing Atlanta, but if this is an AMA, can I just ask where about you're from? What made you want to do YouTube reactions? Good question. So, thank you. Atlanta is a great show to react to, and I'm so disappointed. Well, sorry, not disappointed. I don't have high expectations. The hell, someone, um, like, it's just such a great show. I just wish it got more viewers because Atlanta was one of the best shows I've ever watched. But anyways, to answer your question, what got me started, and I'm gonna keep this short. I'm not gonna go crazy, but when I moved to California, that's where I am now. I live in SoCal. I'm from New York. I moved here in 2017. I got a job, and it was nothing that I had ever done. I used to do accounting, and then I was an operations manager. When the job that I got when I was here was an account manager in an accounting firm. So my job is to talk to people. And what am I not good at? Talking to people. So I was like so nervous when I started this job, talking to like business owners and CEOs and stuff like that. So I said, what would be a good way to kind of learn how to be better at it? And I was like, what about if I did a video? So I have another channel. It's under my real name, Steven Santiani. It's on my screen Sanctum. It's linked there somewhere. I like technology also. So what I wanted to do was teach people how to do things that are difficult, but in a simple way. Because when it comes to like cameras, computers, I'm not like up here, but I'm not down here. I'm sort of in the middle, but I can learn really technical things easily, but I can't teach them like that. And I know a lot of people can't. So I started that channel to learn how to do like public speaking. And I remember my first video, I think was 5 minutes long, like my intro video. It was like I don't know, less than 10 minutes. It took me like 45 minutes to do it. I was so nervous. So that's why I started. And then I was just like, I enjoy watching shows. So some of my friends were like, oh, you should watch these shows. And then I also followed like New Rock Stars, Blind Wave, Heroes Reforged, Heavy Spoilers, and I watched reaction videos. And I was like, you know what? That looks fun. So I continued that to learn how to talk. if that makes sense. Where am I? Kira said there's an older series that I watched the heck out of using my older brother's DVDs. Northern Exposure. That one, I remember a moose. I think it was in the opening credits. And it took place like in the wilderness. Shira said, you sound like a comic book character with that name, Josiah Kane. It sounds like a villain. Josiah said, you're so good at speaking. This is crazy to hear. I subbed to tons of reaction channels, but yours always stuck out to me because of how... I really appreciate that. The one thing that I tried to do with my channel, and I know it kind of hinders my views, is I try to only be positive. And that doesn't mean watching something that sucks and saying I like it. It's watching things that I know that I'm going to like. Because if I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to be positive. Things like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I love that show. I didn't like Jake in the beginning. So that's where it gets a little interesting, where I get some hate from, is like, how could I hate a character in the beginning? You're not going to like every character, you know, but I never try to say like, this character sucks. I try to, at the end of my videos, talk rationally about what I saw and like how I experienced it and what I thought about it. I don't ever say like, Jake Peralta is a shitty character and leave it at that. Like, I've never said that, you know? So that's what I try to do. Atlanta was tough for me because it's hard to speak on experiences that I haven't gone through. And I try to be diverse in my shows. Atlanta, all black cast. Community is pretty mixed. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is mixed. Rick and Morty, I have no idea who do the voices. I think it's mixed. Probably the leads are white. Solo Leveling, Japanese. X-Men, the voice cast is diverse. Like, I try to stick to things that are diverse. I enjoy that. And the movies that I did, I went back to look and I noticed a lot of the movie reactions I did were like all white. I mean, we could all be the villain and Josiah could be the hero. Kira said, keep pushing another YouTuber to create a Patreon, but he's afraid he's not going to get a lot of subs. Keep pushing him, because the thing is, it doesn't matter in the beginning, right? Creating content for Patreon is the easiest. When I'm done recording a video, I throw everything into Final Cut and they're full reactions. So I don't have to cut it like I do for YouTube. All I have to do is sync the TV show. And what I do is I play the first 8 seconds and then I blur out and mute the next 5 minutes. Then I play 8 seconds, then I mute and blur the next 5 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to edit those videos. Your friend or the person you know can have 100 videos up with no subs. But when that first person signs up, they have a catalog of shit to watch. And that's cool. Josiah said, it seems like you actually think before you speak each word, though. It's rare. I met a handful of others like that. There's a real inner force behind your words. Thank you. I really appreciate that, because I hate my voice. That's another thing. And one thing that I did do, though, recently, the past couple of weeks, when I talk, I say a lot and so a lot, and I pause a lot, because yes, I am thinking about what I'm going to say. But for the videos, I didn't like how I had gaps. So I've been cutting them more so it doesn't sound like I'm pausing or saying like or so or and things like that. So Chris said, I enjoyed Andy Samberg enough to deal with this SNL stuff, but Jake Peralta is such a good character for him. He's perfect as Jake Peralta. The problem that I have, and I admit I still have it and I'm trying to get over it, is when I watch like comedies like Community, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, stuff like that. And we'll take Brooklyn Nine-Nine, for instance. They're cops, right? My biggest gripe with Jake Peralta was, how the hell did this kid become a cop? And I forget that I'm just watching a silly comedy. You know, sometimes the first couple episodes, it just gets in my head like, If this guy was a cop in my neighborhood, I would not want him to be a cop. And someone called me out on it. It's like, just enjoy the show. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. This isn't real life. It's a parody, basically. It's not like Naked Gun, but it's supposed to be funny. He's supposed to be silly. He's supposed to grow and learn, you know? So when I watch new shows, I kind of keep that in the back of my head. It's like, he is not a cop. He is an actor playing a cop who is silly, but is also good at his job. Kira said, I'm convinced that Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine was my first full lady crush. I, again, this show came out when I think I was in my early 30s, probably, right? Like 2010, 11. So I would have been 30. I think Rosa, what's her name? Stephanie Beatrice, and the whole cast would have been around the same age. Yeah, they would have been, I think, crushes, TV crushes. Um, he seems pretty incompetent, especially as a cop. I like the way he looks up to the police chief like a father. That's a great plot point. Right now, I'm at episode 20 of season 2. He is way less incompetent. Now he's just like silly, like he's jokey, really jokey and silly. He doesn't do like dumb things. He'll do stuff like this episode. He like broke his ribs and they told him to go home and he didn't. He came to work. Like, you should be resting, but he wants to work. Like, that's stupid because you're hurt. But in the beginning, he used to just do like the dumbest stuff. But that's what season ones are for. Holt, oh my God, I love his dynamic with everyone. The last episode, it was him and Rosa because Rosa's boyfriend, Nick Cannon, was meeting Holt's husband for the first time. I could tell you from growing up as a kid, my number one crush has never changed. It's always been Halle Berry. Kira said Holt is amazing and his persona is so well defined. Oh man, rest in peace to him. He was an amazing actor. Amazing. Man. The episode where they needed him to talk at the wedding. Oh my God, man. I'm just looking forward to the day that Jake and Amy finally go on their first date, which is ironic because in the beginning, I was like, he is not good for her. But now he's grown, and I think they're a good fit now. He was also in Fantastic Four. Captain Holt was in Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Let's see. Oh, General Hager. Oh, man. Holt. I got to go back and look at his catalog of movies. Oh, he's so freaking good. Let's see. Men of a Certain Age, he was in 22 episodes, so he must have been main there. Then he was in 39 episodes of Hack. He must have been main there. 20 episodes of Gideon's Crossing. Oh, but it says main when you're main. Oh, he was main role in The Good Fight too. There was another show. No, that was another rough death. Oh yeah, it's strange how we don't know them personally. It still stings bad. It does. He's such. Oh my God, he's just such a great freaking actor. That's really all I could say. He seemed like a really nice guy too. All the pictures I see from that cast, they seem like they really, really liked each other and hung out and stuff like that. Let's see. Shira has 35 plus lady crushes. What are your top five? Did Kira answer? Kira never answered. Typically, I'll have like TV crushes while while I'm watching a show, and they always change. Like Jamie Alexander from a lot of stuff, but Blind Spot. I remember. Um, who else was there? Oh, when I was watching Jane the Virgin, Gina Rodriguez. Kira said, "I choose not to answer for the sake that I might." All right, then we'll. How about this? Name TV or movie star that you think is pretty. Yeah, she played Lady Sif. Um, oh, and then Kristen Ritter when I was watching Jessica Jones. I'm an old man now. I gotta put these away. There we go. I'm gonna get so sick tonight. Kira said, so did you like Halle Berry as Storm? The funny thing, which movie, which of those did I see? I saw Days of Future Past. I remember she was in that, but she didn't do much. I don't remember. I can't say that I like or didn't like her as Storm, but I recently watched Bulworth. She was good in that. And then what was the other one? I saw two with her last month. What was the other one? Damn it. It was Bulworth. Oh, I watched Catwoman. Mm. Catwoman was something. It might be the first movie that I've seen in a long time that I thought was bad. Like they had good actors in it, like Halle Berry. You get her to be Catwoman. Perfect. Like to me, a Catwoman, Halle Berry is a perfect casting. Halle Berry wasn't the problem in that movie. The shit that they made her do in that movie was so weird to me. It was just like, I understand you're Catwoman, and I know Eartha Kitt and Michelle Pfeiffer, they did their little purr. Like, I get that, certain things. But they had Halle Berry eating tuna fish like an animal. Then she goes out to dinner and she has sushi with that guy and she's ripping the the raw fish off it. I'm like, she's not literally a cat, right? And then she falls and she turns like a cat. It was just too much cat stuff. I love Halle Berry. Like for what they gave her, she was amazing. Chris Chris said, "You get to see her girls in Monsters Ball. Have you ever watched a movie with your lady and one of your crushes on it, and you have to pretend you're not interested?" Um, I mean, right now, my only crush, if you would say, is Halle Berry. Um, but my girlfriend, she doesn't watch a lot of movies. But the ironic thing is, her man crush, I don't know if it is anymore, but it was Chris Hemsworth. And, I watch all the Marvel movies, so, but it's not that big of a deal. At least he's handsome. Kira washing her, yeah, washing her face with her hand like she's a cat. Sniffing, excuse me, sniffing the catnip like a cat. It's just, and then that basketball scene, they're basically like dry humping and making out on the basketball court with like 10-year-olds watching them. I'm like, what? What the hell is going on here? It was something. And it's one of the few movies also that I could tell when there's bad CGI. Like a lot of movies, I'm watching it and I don't really care because I can't even tell. Like I know it's computer animated, but it doesn't like look that horrible. But some of the shit in Catwoman, like there was scenes of her that wasn't like full her, wasn't even her. Chris, yeah, we're gonna go see Furiosa. Oh, we saw together the one where he plays the villain, the hotel one. That movie was awesome. Shoot, Chris is so swole in that movie. Yeah, he looks like he did in Love and Thunder. His arms are gigantic. They are. Bad Times at the Grand Royale. I think that's what it was called. If you haven't seen that movie, he plays a great villain. He's good. I think he's a really good actor, and I feel like he just likes to have fun with the roles that he takes. You know, a lot of comic book stuff, and then Mad Max Fury Road. I just feel like that's what he likes to do. You know, I don't think he can't. No, I don't mind say this. I think that he can do a serious movie if he wanted to. I think he's a good actor. I just think he chooses not to because he enjoys what he does. Kira, I still have a crush on Simmons from Agents of Shield, but it's difficult not to fancy that whole cast. Oh yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. For you to bring it up 2 days in a row, we know. Um, what else? Any breaking news today? I know they announced who's playing Galactus, but Galactus. It's being played by this guy. Whoops. Ralph Ineson was just cast. Probably spelled it wrong. So he is from, whoops, The Witch, The First Omen, The Green Knight, To Catch a Killer, Lord of Misrule. Oh, who did he play in Harry Potter? I don't even remember. The Creator, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ready Player One. So this is our Galactus. What else? Gunpowder Milkshake. I've heard of that one. There was something else that was announced, I thought. I don't remember. You really have to watch Euro Trip, but it would be impossible to edit out the naughty parts. How many like road trip was? I think I did see. Let me just see. I saw one of those. Euro Trip. No, this isn't the one that I saw. No, I didn't see this one. There was this movie that I saw that was funny. It has shit. Oh man, it takes place at a diner. I think it's called Waiting. Yeah, I think this is it. Yes. Did anybody ever see Waiting? Yeah, where Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris, Justin Long, John Francis Daly. That movie was pretty funny. Shearer says, I'll wait for all this Marvel news to settle down because who knows how cemented down it is. That's true. Anything could happen. Kira says you might like IT Crowd. It's a great series. Speaking of, on my Patreon, I have 4 tiers. I have my main tier, which you sign up, you get to see all of the, full uncut reactions. Then I have one that is just for Our Flag Means Death. Then I have 2 special, more expensive ones. The first one is called the Ancient Ones tier. That one you get all of my shows, and then every month you get to pick one show for me to watch every month. And then the higher tier, you get to pick one show and one movie. So the person who used to be in the higher tier had me watch the first couple of episodes of the IT Crowd. It is pretty funny. It's that British comedy. It just takes a little bit to get used to because it's like really dry. It's not laugh out loud funny like Mr. Bean is to me, but it was funny. I enjoyed it. And that was another one I found out they tried to do a remake with Joel McHale, but the original other guy, the guy who was the not white guy, is in the remake. Oh, young Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I just want to see something. Who directed this? I thought actually John Francis Dilly wrote this. He's written a lot. Horrible Bosses. I never saw that. So the ones that he's written, I watched Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't know that he wrote that until I actually watched it and the credits were rolling. Spider-Man, I knew that he wrote that. Game Night, he wrote uncredited. I didn't know that. Vacation, I did I see that one? I don't know. So he's directed a few, but yeah, Vacation, Game Night, Dungeons and Dragons, Mayday. Here, there's another series that started on BBC called Ghosts, but the US made its version, and I think it's streaming on Paramount Plus. Let's see. BBC Ghost TV series. Oh, that one's still on. So, okay. Or maybe it ended in 2023. So that's that one. US version. Probably, let's see. BBC Ghost US version. This one? Who's in this? Damn, I can't see. This one has. I'll have to do this. Here we go. So this has. I don't recognize anybody in this one either. This is the US one, right? Yeah. Ah. Chris says, have I seen National Lampoon's? Yeah, what did I watch? We watched the first one and the second one, I think. I think I've seen the first two because I remember the reason why I know I watched the first two is I remember the kids were different. Like the first one, it was those really famous kids from the 80s. And then the second one, I was like, those are not the same kids. So I do remember watching the first two. Shira says, Being Human was a great British series that was remade on Sci-Fi. Let's see. Let's see. So many shows, man. But like the shows are probably good. They have actors that aren't like super well known, but then they never like get their big break. Battlestar Galactica really put sci-fi on the map. Warehouse 13. Orphan Black is on my list, actually. Let's see. Warehouse 13 cast. What do we got here? Alston Scagliotti, an Italian like me. Joanne Kelly, Eddie McClintock. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Mark Shepard. He was in one of the other shows we looked up today. Too many shows. If there ever comes a time where like this is full time and I don't have a regular job, I would definitely more than happy do shows where someone suggests it and I watch the pilot and just, besides things that I do weekly, if I had the time to do it, because that's really how I got into the shows that I'm actually watching. I just asked people first, and everyone told me to watch those. I think the only one that I did on my own was Atlanta, because I really wanted to watch Atlanta. Shepard is great in BSG. Does a lot with the little part. Let's see. Yeah, Orphan Black has Tatiana Maslany, right? It has a really cool premise with the clones and stuff. So I'm definitely interested. How many seasons was this one? 5 seasons, 2013. Jeez. Let's see. Episodes. Oh, but they're only 10 episodes each. They're probably like an hour, I'm guessing. If I had to guess. Oh, so the thing I wanted to show you guys, excuse me, this one is the channel that I started to like learn how to talk. Let me just make this bigger. If you could see, so a lot of my videos are like, I wanted to do a whole thing on Final Cut Pro to do stuff easier, but like how to reconnect a Magic Mouse with only a keyboard, like stuff like that. Talk about cameras, Final Cut. I did have video gaming stuff on here. How to use like microphones in OBS, the difference between 60 and 24 frames per second, like things that are, I would say, like detrimental, that are important, that a lot of people who just start out don't know. So it was fun. And this one, I am trying to get it to be monetized, even though I don't do it. I'm so close. So close. Shira says, if I like legal proceedings and court trials, BSG has two great ones for a sci-fi show. Battlestar Galactica is it supposed to be similar to like Star Wars and Star Trek? Or is it like totally different? Kira says, even Trek's Measure of a Man, the one with Data, superb episode for its time. Chris says, I like going onto someone's YouTube channel, going to videos and clicking on older and seeing how far. Oh my God, Chris, I just did that today with mine. I have come a long way in 2 years. Just the way it was set up. I don't even remember what microphone I used. It sounded not good. I tried so many things. I used to have borders, like cutout borders with like my name on it. I don't use that anymore. The plan is if I ever do a live stream or a show or a video with another person, I'm going to use those cutouts to like put our faces, but obviously I'm not using those for my videos anymore. BSG was made when Star Wars was the big thing, so you can say it mimics it. I'm curious. Original BSG. Oh, the original. Excuse me, that's right, because the original was from the 70s. Does it, what's the question? Does it have like a villain, like a main villain, kind of like a Vader? Or is it like villain of the day, I guess? Because I know Star Trek has a main villain, right? Was it Khan or someone else? I've never watched Star Trek either. Not per se, but I don't want to spoil it for you. All right, that's totally fine. I gotta start posting more shorts. I put up one from X-Men 97, and it's got the most views ever, I think, on my channel. Over 10,000. Like, that is unheard of for me. So then I put up one for Three Body Problem, and that one got 3,000. My last three shorts are good. I really, really got to put up more shorts. I definitely don't get 10,000 views on a video. Chris says, Mike Birbiglia has a great comedy skit. My family's Italian, but we're not real Italians. Olive Garden Italians. Oh my God. Let's see. The old man in the pool. Never heard of him. around my age comedian. I've never heard of this guy before. And he's born on the East Coast. That's crazy. No comments. I really love when I get comments on my videos. I love when everyone teaches me something new. I'm learning so much about X-Men from the comments. The only thing that, not that I hate it, it kind of just like, it's annoying. Like I'm watching something I've never watched before, like the X-Men cartoons, like I've never watched them. So I don't know shit, right? And people you would think would be like, yes, we got new fans, but they get mad at you for not knowing stuff. I'm like, don't you want more people to watch this, or do you want to gatekeep it for only people who watch the original? Like, why would you gatekeep something? Like, if more people are watching it is a good thing. You should feel good that you're teaching me stuff. Kira said, I have read comments on your videos from people who expect you to be a college professor in the matter. It's so rude. It's just, it's funny. And the thing about me is, even though I don't like them, because it's condescending, they don't bother me. Like, the one thing that gives me anxiety is if like I wake up tomorrow, it's not going to happen. I mean, waking up tomorrow hopefully will happen. If I wake up tomorrow and I have a, whatever, say 10,000 subs, my anxiety is having like 100 messages because I want to, whenever I get a message, I reply to all of my messages. I try at least. And I'm like, if I get like hundreds of them one day, I'll have so much anxiety because how am I going to get to them all? Comics have been around for so long, no one is going to know everything. That is true. Yeah, they need to go suck an egg. Chris said, do you know something we don't? What's happening tomorrow? Oh, man. Yeah, it's just like, I enjoy stuff. And then if someone's like, oh, if someone says, oh, I just watched Community for the first time, I'm happy for that person. I haven't finished it yet. But I think it's great, and I love when people start new stuff. I enjoy when people ask me questions about things that I know, but I think I like more when I do my videos and people just tell me things that I don't know, like Easter eggs that I miss. It's hard to catch them all, but people are good with stuff like that. But yeah, it's the ones that gatekeep. I'm just like, if like they put out a movie and only the people who know about it go to see it, is it going to succeed? Probably not. Like, whatever. Kira said, you definitely would love Misfits on BBC. It's a great show about kids who get superpowers that come out way before the boy. Oh, shit. Kira, you watch a lot of BBC, huh? Are you subscribed to BBC One, or do you get your shows like I do? For the ones that I react to. You don't have to incriminate yourself. Oh my God. So funny. Speaking of, tonight I have to edit Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, I could go into my Patreon to show you what it looks like. So this is my Patreon. Kira said no, but there's so much quality programming on there. British accents are hot. I do like a good British accent. So this is what my Patreon looks like. Basically, Patreon is 1 week ahead of YouTube. So this one here, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Season 2, Episode 20, AC/DC. This I watched this morning, uploaded it, and it will be on YouTube next week. And I could show you what I do. You won't be able to hear it, but you'll get the gist. This week, sabotage. Oh, poor Jake. Someone was trying to ruin his life. It was Sophia's if I go boss. To like, nope. Owns. So right here, you could see it, and then when it hits 8 seconds, I just blur it out. But you could, if you're watching at home, obviously you could sync it up. The lighting. And you'll know what's going on. So I have that. And then my membership tiers, I have one for donations. Like if someone just wanted to donate $1 a month, um, that's literally what it is. They don't get anything. I had discount tiers, but I stopped them. So 3 of my current members are on the discounts. I used to have like 5 people in my Our Flag Means Death tier, but there's no new content there really. My main tier, $5 a month. I have 1 person there. My Ancient Ones tier, $10 a month. They get to pick a TV show. Then my Dormammu tier is $15 a month, and they get to pick a show and a movie. I was thinking of starting a tier that's like, if anyone is like a millionaire and they have FU money, it's like $500 a month, and they just want to give me money. Because you need money to do this, and it's hard, especially when I'm looking for a job. Fleabag I've heard of. Let me go there. Chris says, I know those are your initials, but it just sounds so wrong to refer to you as SS. Yeah. I think we talked about this the other day. When I created Screen Sanctum, I actually got help from my girlfriend. We were going through a whole bunch of names, and it's funny because I used to have an account on Instagram called the Disney Sanctum, and now that's Plenty of Disney. Like if I go to Disneyland, I take pictures and I post it. But I was like, Screen Sanctum is dope, and my name is Steve Santiani, so I really never gave it a second thought. Like they've been my initials for 44 years, and I just put them together. So I want to show you something. Chris said, I will follow you on Patreon, just waiting for the normies to finish Young Justice, and then, oh, you are too kind, man. You are too kind. 5 channels at a time. The thing about my Patreon is I feel good that if someone comes to it, I know some people just stay for a month, and if they don't like it, they leave. But I know for $5, there's a shitload of content on there. Like, there's a lot of stuff to watch. So it's not like they're signing up and they're waiting for new stuff. That's cool. But I have to show you this because this is embarrassing. Speaking of my name, my initial Screen Sanctum. So my shirts that I made originally. What stupid shit did I do without knowing? Who the hell puts this on a sleeve? Ugh, can't get it. Luckily, these are just prototype shirts, and I never wear these out because I fucking can't believe I didn't catch that when I did it. So my new prototype ones that I was testing at somewhere else, I created a new logo, and that is, I think it's just the 1S. Let me go look. Downloads OBS files. So the one that I created to replace that, because I'm an idiot, is this one. Simple, nothing crazy. So yeah. Let's see. Shira said, I love the normies, but the comments on there, people really rip into them for not paying attention to all the shows they react to. It's hard. That's one thing. It's fun. Like, it is really fun doing these and talking with people. Oh, shit. My Echo device, I forgot I have an 8 o'clock thing. Um, yeah, it's hard to remember everything, especially when you're only watching one episode a week. I'll forget what happened the last week. I have something to say about Community in a sec. Shira says, this isn't an easy job. It's definitely, it's easy in the fact that I like to do it. Once this feels like work, I'm gonna stop. But I enjoy this so much. Like, that's the easy part. It's just like just remembering a lot of the stuff pretty much. Kira said, well, at least the SS isn't in blue. Oh, God. No. No way. Chris says, yeah, man, how you keep all these videos straight and everything ordered on your channel. Kudos to you. Thank you. I got a little help because it wasn't great. And I'm sure a lot of people don't like to admit things like how they come up with ideas. I would never steal somebody's video or like steal content, but do I go to people's pages to see how they're organized? Yes, of course I do. Like I'm building my website and I went to Blind Waves to see how their um, pages are situated to take inspiration because I didn't know how to do it. My titling of shows, I've gone to like Heroes Reforged to see how they title them. I would go to other channels to see like their most watched videos, see how they title them, see what they're tagging them. Like I do that stuff. It helps it. But yeah, my stuff used to be all over the place, and someone just basically they were joking. I know they weren't being an asshole, but they were like, "Hey Steve, what's up with like I'm trying to watch your video, your like I don't know what show it was. I'm trying to watch your community videos, but it's really hard." And so I replied back, and he was like, "It'd be so much easier if it was in one place from episode 1 on the top down." And he was like, "I'll literally watch them all right now." And I was like, "Well, if this guy or woman um, wants to watch my videos, and if they were categorized like that, they're going to stick around." I said, "I have to do that." So I went in and I just changed everything. I had like Atlanta 4 folders for 4 season. I just put them into one folder, just like that. Concise. It should be easy to find them and go through them. It's just for a channel that's only 2 years old, I get nervous when people watch my early stuff because it's not great. It's not great. But I do enjoy talking at the end. I try to keep my intros to a minimum, but they always go like 50 seconds because I have to say hello, right? And I like to say last week and just give a little bit of a like a brief couple of sentences on what we watched last week. And then I do have to plug my Patreon because like I don't have a job right now, so trying to get people to watch my videos, sign up. I have a YouTube membership now that's $5 if people like Three Body Problem. I just started that, but I have to do that. And then it's like get into it. So there's like 4 things, and it usually takes about 45 to 50 seconds. But Blind Wave, their intros are quick. I think they're like 25 seconds or 30 seconds, but they're like so established. It's like, hey, it's Eric, and then blah, blah. We're watching Always Sunny. Last week, that shit was crazy. Let's get into it now. Like, they don't really have to pitch their Patreon because they have like 1,000 members. So, Kira said, plus, have heard YouTubers talk about their computer crashing and losing every video reaction they've worked on. That must be where, oh, um, yeah, for me, the way I have it set up, it's, I mean, I could lose something if while I'm editing it crashes, but I could never lose like my content. Like if it crashed, I would just have to start over because obviously my video is on my camera SD card. I don't delete that until I'm done. And then my the TV show is on this. Oh shit. All my shows and stuff, if you could see, gotta go over here, is on my flash drive. So yeah, if it were, I would just have to start over. There was a week of community where I accidentally I deleted my folder. Like that was my fault. And yeah, I had to download the version from Patreon and just play the beginning and the end. Shira said Blind Wave is okay. I enjoy Eric Reacts and Ellie Moses' channel. I've heard of Eric Reacts. Blind Wave I watch because, well, I don't watch as much as I used to because I don't want to inadvertently copy somebody. It's hard to watch all the videos and then do a video, and you might just say something that they said. But I like to watch them because there's 4 of them. That's why I like Heroes Reforged. The 3 guys I've been following for a while. They're together. They know each other. It's really cool. There was some that I used to watch that their channels just changed. Like they went from like I don't want to say normal, but like a regular reaction channel, And then now they just shit on everything. Like they hate everything. I'm like, what happened? Like, why don't you like anything anymore? Chris says, am I the only one who doesn't like Critical Drinker? He's so annoying. Critical Drinker, I think, is one of the guys who not many people. I don't like. I don't. I only know about that channel because people complain about him on Twitter, which I understand it. You don't like somebody, but why do you post them? And now I know who they are. Like I would not know who they are if no one posted about it. The same thing with Grace Randolph. The only reason I know she's huge because I've gone to her channel, but the only reason I knew who she was because people hate watch her and they post it on Twitter. So if you think she's bad, I don't know if she is or if she isn't, I don't watch her, but if you think she is and you don't want people to watch her, why are you sharing her stuff? And now I know who she is, and now I'm going to her channel to see like is she really bad, you know? Like I would never talk about someone. I just go to them. If I don't like them, I don't watch them. Chris said, I just feel like it's really difficult to make a mark on YouTube and maybe the future is a Patreon. I mean, again, it goes back to me having fun. I do this because I really like to do it. I understand it's oversaturated and there are a lot of channels. So every day I'm like, should I quit? But again, I'm having fun. But the thing that keeps me going is sometimes I will just search in YouTube for a random community reaction video, and then I'll just scroll down, and there are a lot of people who have 10,000 to like 50,000 subs. A lot of people. So all I really need is for some of them to find me and I'll get somewhere. Like I'm not looking to have a million subs. I know it's impossible to do that. But there are a lot of channels that have a good number of subs and a good community where I feel like I could get to a 10K or something like that. And if I could get to 10,000 subs, like 10 to 15, and right now I have like 4,000 and I have 5 patrons. So if I got to 10,000, would I get like 10 patrons? Would I get 20? Like it helps. But I mean, if someone really, 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 really wants to make money and they're not growing as fast like I'm not, then yeah, it's definitely YouTube memberships and Patreon for sure. Kira said there's some drama going on with the lead who was in She-Hulk and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and Tatiana Maslany have drama? Get out of here. Get out of here. Since I have the internet up. Let's see. So there is a YouTube video. Mike Zero. She-Hulk actress attacks Ryan Reynolds after what? Let's go to Reddit. Yeah, this is the guy, Mike Zero. She-Hulk actress after getting fired. And they say, this person says, why people believe that guy, I will never know. He's a notorious liar. Then this one said, the funny thing is that Critical Drinker himself called him out. It was just a passing mention to dig on Kathleen Kennedy because of course he was, but the fact that even a grifter like Willie Boy doesn't want to be affiliated with him is funny to me. That's crazy. Oh man. Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be so good. It's I'm hyped for it for most of the MCU movies because I just like them in general. I know some are better than others. I know some people don't like some, and I don't really care because people like what they want and I like what I want. But the thing that gets me excited the most to like freshen this up a bit is that it's rated R because I think you have to mix in something like that. I love comedies. Comedies are probably my favorite genre. Silly comedies, parody comedies, any type of comedy. And Marvel up until now has been, PG-13. There are dark moments like in Wakanda Forever, people die, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but if you get like two or three silly comedies in a row, you'll probably get burnt out from it. Not that they're not enjoyable or funny, but it's like, all right, all right, it's fun. But then you mix in Deadpool and Wolverine, and if they like tear our hearts out and devastate us like Avengers, we're gonna need something funny. And that's why Ant-Man was perfect to come after the Avengers. Like we just went through Infinity War and Endgame and we're like, what the freak is going on? I need enjoyment. Boom, you get Ant-Man, right? And it works like that. So hopefully they mix in more R-rated characters. I'm not saying you have to make a Spider-Man movie and he has to be R-rated, but do the Punisher like they're doing Daredevil. Obviously, it's going to be mature. Some more shows, but it would be funny and interesting if in Deadpool, rated R, Spider-Man's there. And he's probably not going to curse. And Deadpool will probably want to make him curse. Or. And then what else would be hilarious? In a PG-13 movie, like Spider-Man, if Deadpool was in it, and when he tries to curse, it's bleeped. And he recognizes and he hears that he's bleeped out, and he's mad that he can't curse. Like, that would be cool. Chris, how many times do you really go to the theater? I've only gone for really big movies. Well, like I said, I have AMC Plus. I just don't use it a lot. And it's my fault because every month I'm like, I want to see that. And I don't go because I'm friggin' lazy sometimes. And the theater is 500 feet up the block. I could literally walk there in 2 minutes. But I'm glad that I saw Godzilla Minus One. That movie was great. I'm going to see Furiosa. I'm obviously going to see Deadpool. I mean, all of the blockbusters I'm probably going to go see. But there was another one that I just missed. Oh, I forgot what it was. It was there for like a day and it left. Curious that I'm living off my scholarship and a part-time job, playing the struggling student far too well. But these are the best years of my life. No movies in the theater for me. Yeah, it's tough. It's really expensive. When you think about it, if you are someone who does go to the movies a lot, AMC A-list is actually really worth it. Like I need to take advantage of that. It's like $24 a month and I could see 12 movies a month. Come on, like I'm an idiot. Shears that I wait for things to come to streaming, even though the Aquaman and New Ghostbusters is available to view. That's also the biggest thing to me about box office is one, people like to be comfortable at home. I like watching movies at home. I know it's not better than the theater, but it's convenient. Two, it's expensive to go to the theater, so it's cheaper at home. And three, is some of these movies, once they're gone, like they're in the theater for like 6 weeks. And I'm estimating. I know some are longer, some are not. But once they're gone, they're on streaming in what? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like really quickly. Why not keep your movie in the theater for longer and like rush? And why are you rushing it to streaming? I guess they really want people to sign up to streaming. And then the other thing is, what was the movie that there was like controversy about the box office? Fall Guy. Everyone's saying that Fall Guy is good. I haven't seen it, but word of mouth is really good. It's a very enjoyable movie. And right now, and I'm not saying it's going to, but as of now, it's flopping. And the funny thing is, I think it's made like $60 million. And I'm like, that's interesting because this is like a romantic comedy summer movie. Why did it cost almost $200 million? Like, why do movies have to cost that much? Like, if your movie's 200 million, you have to make like 500. How many movies are making $500 million? Like, you're not going to get that. Make affordable movies like these horror movies. That's why I feel like there's a horror rejuvenation. There's so many horror movies coming out. They cost like what? I don't know, $10 million, $17 million to make, and they make like 75. Duh. So it's a movie that makes the same as a blockbuster, but it costs less. And I know Avengers has to cost a lot of money, and it will probably get close to that. Like that, I understand. But not every movie has to be expensive. Chris said, I do the same thing though with streaming channels. So many to pick and choose, which, yeah, streaming is tough too. I'm glad I have the Disney Plus bundle where I get ESPN and Hulu. It's not that much. With T-Mobile, I get, what do I get for free? I get Apple TV Plus, I think, for free with that. I get a really good discount on Netflix with that. And then my dad actually gave me his Max password, which, so I don't pay for Max. Chris says, I got Paramount Plus for all the Trek shows, but it doesn't work well on my smart TV. Yeah, it's tough. That's why I got an Apple TV. I mean, I'm in the Apple ecosystem anyway. I always have been. Um, but I also have YouTube television, so that I watch as my cable. Kara said Fall Guy has the cutie from Barbie in it. Yes. No, yes. Yeah. It's oh my God. I was gonna say Jake Gyllenhaal. No, it's Ryan Gosling. Yeah. I want to go see it because it is technically a blockbuster. Like everyone says you should see it in the theater. So I might actually go see that this week. I should have went today. I had nothing to do today earlier. Bum, bum, bum. When you get them for free, do you have to constantly skip past commercials? It that depends on the tier they give you. So Netflix, I think they give, well, I don't know anymore. When I first got T-Mobile, it was like you get Netflix for free, and it was the cheapest one. So, for example, if it's $10 for the cheap one, I would get it for free. I don't like ads, so I want the one that has no ads. That's $15, just say. I still get the $10 discount. Now I'm only paying $5 for the bigger one. So, however it works now, you do save money, but not all of them are free. Apple TV is free from T-Mobile, but you could buy like anything and get 3 months of Apple TV for free. It's crazy. Shira says she wanted Peacock for Modern Family. I think what I might do, because I do like doing giveaways. It's hard right now since I don't have income coming in, but like I'm always trying to listen and see what people want. I thought the PlayStation, the video game console giveaway would be a lot more successful than it is, but I guess maybe everyone has one now, or maybe some people think I'm lying and I'm not going to ship it. But maybe I could do like, oh, you want to win a year of Netflix, or do you want to win a year of Paramount Plus, or something like that. And whoever wins, I either like send them a gift card or something like that. Some shit like that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of good ideas for worthwhile giveaways. Um, I'm still gonna do like 4K digital code giveaways. Those are always fun. I know a lot of people, like some of you have just mentioned, you like watching TV and movies, but at this point, like you can't get to the theater. So if you win a free digital code, like I think that's cool. Chris said your channel is trustworthy. I didn't buy a PS5 yet because I'm trying to see what good games are on there. Depends on what you like to play. I play all the Assassin's Creed games. Excuse me. I love Assassin's Creed. I play all the Borderlands games. I play all the Far Cry games. I just started Horizon Forbidden West. I play Rise of the Ronin. That's really fun. I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I used to, but I don't. Because that I only played online, and none of my friends play anymore. What else do I have? I have all my games there. And then I have my Switch too. But I don't I haven't bought the new Mario game yet. And thank you for letting me know that you feel my channel is trustworthy. I try, but I could see, you know, people could be skeptical. I got a guy sub to me on YouTube. Excuse me. Oh my God. He's a gamer. He has 500,000 subs. I was like, that's kind of weird. And what he wanted to do, he's in India. I know that. He was like, if you want to grow your channel, let me do the giveaway, and I could tell my followers that you're doing the giveaway. He's like, all you have to do is send me a PlayStation. I was like, this sounds fishy, but he freaking has 500,000 subs. But then his like YouTube, I mean his Twitter, he has like 50. So weird. A lot of YouTubers will get hacked and then it messes up everything with subscriptions. I probably should have thought of that. I never even thought of it. That could be why they only have like 50 Twitter subs. Maybe they changed the name of the channel or something. But, oh, the other channel that I love, I'm going back like 20 minutes, Late to the Party. I love Late to the Party, and they're so nice. When I was doing a live stream last year, I was like 2 subs from 1,000. So I wanted to be awake for it, or I was 1 sub, and I was like hoping that I would get that 1 sub that night. And Late to the Party, who's a pretty big channel, joined my live stream and they were talking to me and they subbed to my channel. I was like, that's so cool. Was he a prince from a foreign land? Actually, it's funny because he wasn't asking for money. I mean, he was suggesting I send him a PS5, but yeah, I was like, I don't know, that sounds kind of fishy. Kira said, did you ever used to watch The Guy with the Glasses? Is that the name of the show? The Guy with the Glasses? Doug Walker? Oh, it's a YouTube channel. No. I'll show you who I follow. I'll go to my personal page. Doopy-doopy-doop. So this is who I follow. Myself, excuse me. Arix Reloaded, he's pretty cool. Ambient Noise, this is one of my friends. Attractions magazines like theme parks. Bin Dong, he's the guy. Me and him are like real friends. But when I bought my very first camera, I watched all his videos on how to use it, and eventually we just became friends. Blind Wave, Brie Larson, Cinema Wins. I stopped watching Cinema Sins. Comics Explained. That's weird, because I thought that I unsubbed from his channel. That is very weird. I have no idea who Copyright Free Video by TFF is. I've never followed them. That's so weird. Count Duckula. If you want to talk about BBC shows back when I was a kid, Count Duckula. That show was hilarious. The Vegetarian Vampire. Disney Dan is Disney. Disney D23, Disneyland Paris. Emergency Awesome, cool. Fandom Reactions. Fresh Baked is Disney. Geek Culture Explained. That's the same guy as Comics Explained. I unsubbed to that. Heavy Spoilers, Heroes Reforged, James Hoffman, he does coffee stuff. Jay Washington, he's a comedian. Jeremy Johns, he has a huge following. Jessica Kobiesi, I forgot why I originally, photography. She's photography. Julia Nolke, I was following her when she was called Feeling Peckish. She does like skits. Kevin Smith, Mac Rumors, Mana Recaps. I think everyone follows Marquez Brownlee. Married to the Real, they're cool. Marvel, MT, Maddie, I can't pronounce his name. He's cameras. Mike Ferrer Jr. does like OBS stuff. Mr. Cheesy Pop is just someone we did like a sub for a sub. My Mechanic, that guy takes like stuff some people find shit from like 100 years ago. They send them to him, he makes it work again. Nerdist, Netflix, New Rock Stars, Disney, Parks and Rec. Paul Heimland is tech. Perry Nemiroff is so cool. She does great interviews. Pete Peppers does good breakdowns. Peter McKinnon is huge. Plenty of Disney is me. SNL, Screen Crush, See You in Main Street, Disney. This is one of my friend's sons. Struggle Nation, they're cool. Tech Gear Talk is awesome with tech. Tech Guys Chronicles was actually me and my friend Ben's channel. We haven't done anything in like 2 years. Terry Warfield, Cameras. Deep Dive is New Rock Stars. The Movie Couple is dope. They're really good. Slanted Lens Cameras. Thrifty Fawn is someone who found me on my old channel, on this channel. The Kind Assassins, my girlfriend. Theme Parks. The Sanctum verse is just my Screen Sanctum is a brand channel, so you have to have a main, and it's that. I don't do anything there. Tom Buck is technology, awesome. TPM Vids, Theme Parks, Up, Up, Down, Down. That is Austin Creed from WWE. Disney, and then all these What Cultures. I used to watch What Culture so much. Whole Latte Love is coffee. WrestleMania is wrestling. And then Zdenka Derul is cameras. So those are what I find. Katie Sackhoff, I did see that. And I saw her first video because the guy that helped her with her channel is, what's his name, from like Collider or something. Is Nerdist still around? Chris Hardwick. Let me see. I don't know. I've had them for so long. And so the last video, yeah, they posted a day ago. Yep. Damn, they've been around for so long. And so let's see. Chris Hardwick was on Nerdist. That's where he started. Crispy said, did you follow Felicia Day from the Guild? And she was also Buffy? No, I don't know who that is. The Guild, Supernatural, Eureka, Dragon Age, Tabletop. I've never heard of her. Another one who's my age. And then I could show you, unless this is boring, but I know we're just chatting, who I follow on my Screen Sanctum. Obviously community, and still some of the same people like Tech and Blind Wave. Communities is a pretty cool Twitter handle. They do everything community. Koi, Chexicans, still Disney, and I have tech people on this too. I should probably just switch. Filmwise is who I'm waiting for. Philip Molina, who I think was one of the founders of New Rock Stars, and he left like a year and a half ago. He started a channel called Filmwise, and they only have like 3 videos. I'd be like, when are you posting more? Shira said she's pretty. Sometimes I like redheads. Guardians of the Galaxy is a good one. That is, if you remember, 4 people were let go from New Rock Stars last year. MT, Whitney Van Lanningham, Tommy Bechtold, and another girl. So Whitney, Tommy, and MT have their own channel. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. The amount of channels covering X-Men 97 is overwhelming. It's everywhere. It is. And the funny thing, I'm getting pretty good watches from X-Men 97. But the funny thing is, like, even though I do shows that I like and they're off the air, so they're not like trending, like Community, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I tried The Mandalorian. When my community videos were getting like 500 to 1,000 views, I did The Mandalorian when it was live, the most popular show out. No one watched my videos. Loki, super popular season 2 when it came out. Nobody watched, so I stopped. There was something else. I don't remember, but I tried and no one would watch. And then X-Men, I was like, I have to at least try this. And I'm not getting like Heroes Reforged gets 23,000 views, but I'm getting some okay ones. The main thing is I'm getting good watch time. So people are, watching it. But the weird thing is, only like 18% of my viewers are repeat viewers. It's so odd. Lily Singh, I follow. I know her because I watched the Muppets Mayhem. If you love the Muppets and you have Disney Plus, watch Muppets Mayhem. It was so funny. And she was in that. Man, recaps again, all the same people. I follow Rode because I love their products. Serge is another tech guy. He also teaches Final Cut. The Break Room, Deep Dive, New Rockstar, same thing. Think Media, pretty good. Warner Brothers and Whitney Vision. So that's who I follow. Good times, good times. Oh, X-Men is so good though. Oh, I want to show you this too. This is funny. So this must really piss off huge channels. So check this out. Playlist. Where's Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Where is Brooklyn Nine-Nine? All right. These are my Brooklyn Nine-Nine reactions. Look at how many get copyright. This just means I can't monetize them, but they got claimed. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a son of a bitch, man. It's so hard. That's why, like, some of my Brooklyn Nine-Nine videos, the actual video portion is like 8 minutes because you can't do anything. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine is NBC, I think, just like Community, and Community never gets blocked. And if it does, I fight it and I always win. But this is crazy. Like, everything is ineligible. It's so nuts. Like, I'm not complaining, like, it's not my content. I understand that. But it's just so funny how some studios are like that. And then the one that actually got me in a legitimate strike was Solo Leveling. Where is that one? Whoops. Where is it? Oh, What We Do in the Shadows is hilarious. I can't wait till next season, but it's the final season. This is so weird. My playlists are way out of whack. Oh, another good BBC show. If you like, what's his name? Jesus. He plays Laszlo. He was in Toast of London, but they did Toast of Tinseltown. Hilarious. I don't know. I can't find it, but yeah, Solo Leveling got me right here, my active copyright strike. Chris said, "Oh heck no, I would start slapping YouTube stooges around." That's the thing. Those aren't like that's not from YouTube. That's NBC. So I'll just go back into. So right now, Catwoman, I'm fighting that one. I'm probably gonna lose. That's Warner Brothers. So here, right? Copyright ineligible. So you go here, see details. So it tells you status. It's public. I can't monetize it, but my channel's not affected. And then it also tells you, it was just popping up, where it comes from. Damn. It said NBC Universal, but you go to like select if I want to trim it out, and then it'll give you options of what to choose. Like these aren't too bad, like 30 seconds, but this is like a minute. This is like a minute. This is 2 minutes, and this is a minute. Like that's a lot of content to cut. My other one had like a huge, like a 5-minute block. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'll just leave it not monetized. What We Do in the Shadows is perfect. I'm surprised that Our Flag Means Death in it as well. They try to bite at your heels no matter what you do with their content. Yeah, it's hard. Shadows I never had a problem with. Our Flag Means Death, never had a problem with. Like, I don't have a problem with X-Men, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, there like once, I think. Three Body Problem, no. Soul Leveling is really hard. Community, no. Trailers are the worst. Like, Warner Brothers blocks trailers. Like, it's free. You don't want people promoting it. I don't know. Kira said, I'm just worried about net neutrality laws changing and limiting more how you edit and what you'll be allowed to show in your videos on the internet. Probably will affect YouTube more than Patreon. Oh, for sure. One of my friends who pays for one of the higher tiers on Patreon, I talk to him often. He is actually, I don't know how many, I don't ask him, but he's in multiple Patreon pages. And he told me some of them don't even care. Like they let you watch the entire show. They don't even cut it out. Like some of them post it in Patreon. So you could literally just watch the reaction with the entire show. And he said some people will do like how I do it, but then they'll have a Dropbox with the full version. And like I don't do that. The only people who get full versions are the people who pay for their shows. So if they want me to watch a show, they'll get like they'll be able to download a version that has the entire show. Kira said, "I'm surprised with X-Men 97 the mouse will find you unless it's doing so well." I was, yeah, I was surprised because The Mandalorian, that one got me a couple, um, like not strikes, but just like this, ineligible. Um, Secret Invasion didn't get me any. The couple of episodes of Loki I didn't get me any. Um, but I try to. There's no way to figure out like a rhythm of how to edit. It's really luck. I think that's the main reason why the big channels, um, if they put a show on Patreon, it doesn't go to YouTube until like 4 weeks later. I think it's because it gives them time to edit them. Like if they edit it and put it up, they could just re-edit it and re-upload and stuff like that. So it gives them a lot more time. Chris said that's why I'm trying to push one of the smaller YouTube channels I follow to create a Patreon. Editing a show down by 3/4 sounds like it's a pain. It is. It's gotten a lot better for me though, because I learned some keyboard shortcuts to cut and trim like really, really fast. It saves me a lot of time. But as I was saying, like there's no way you could say this is how you have to do it to not get blocked because it's there's no rhyme or reason. But what I try to do is if I like watch a portion, I try not to like cut two consecutive portions more than like twice in a video. So I'll try to like cut it and then I'll move like 5 seconds and take another piece. It's hard to explain, but in my head I'm like if you are just like cutting pieces out, so you have say you have like a minute worth of video and you don't like cut big chunks, you just cut like 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. But in the grand scheme of the clip, it's the minute. In my head, I'm like, they probably could catch that quicker because it's still a minute, you know, and somehow they could use AI to find it. Whereas if you cut that and you cut more pieces out, it's harder, but even then, it gets kind of crazy. Shira said it's frustrating to watch any YouTube reaction when they cut out the best quote or scenes and when you have comments yelling at you for it. Yeah, it's hard. And I always try to remember, like with the comedies, it's kind of easy for me when I go back to edit to remember like what I want to keep in. But it also depends on if I react to something, because there are some good parts of shows where I don't talk. I don't say anything. And I'm like, if I'm not saying anything, then it's probably even easier to like claim it. So it is difficult, but it is what it is. And again, it's the whole Patreon YouTube thing, and I'm not like saying this to like market myself or force you guys to do anything. Obviously, you're my day ones and like I love you on YouTube. But if somebody like really loves a reaction or a show and my YouTube videos like frustrate them or they're like, damn, like he's missing good parts, that person might want to go to Patreon. Chris said, people on the internet just feel like you owe them something when they watch your videos. I try to be super polite. It's like customer service. Luckily, I would have to say more more than not, people are nice on my channel. I do get some idiots that just they just like to troll. I feel like if I miss something, they're like, "How do you not know that? You're stupid." Or if I forget something from the last episode, like I was purposely contradicting it. Like, why would I purposely say something wrong? I forgot. So what are you gonna do? Kira said, I will never leave a bad comment, but I have jumped like a rabid dog on some people who do start trouble with channels. Oh, so you're gonna be like my white knight? I don't mind that. I don't mind that. The good thing about these live streams is, again, if I ever get bigger, I'll always remember everyone from the beginning. Like I talk to you at least once a week, you know, and I love doing live streams. So maybe it'll be more than once a week whenever I'm bored and have some time. So that'll be cool. Kira says, yeah, that's so rude to do and it takes energy to be that mean. It's It is what it is, I guess. Even on other social media channels, when people act like jerks, it's like someone will say something like really hurtful and they just want a reaction or they want engagement. Like if they're verified on Twitter, some people just will do anything to make money. So it's like, oh, I'm going to call this woman this. You know, they have fake profile pictures because I'm going to get 5,000 people yelling at me and 5,000 people coming to my page to like, quote tweet me and they get engagement. So it's just opportunists, I guess. But it's weird. It is kind of crazy. Do, 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 do. What else? I keep forgetting that my browser is up. Let's see. Oh, I could also show you this. Let me just plug in my hard drive real fast. Hopefully this doesn't crash anything. I will show you. Let's see. So what is the one? So this one I have to edit tonight. Kung Fu Panda I gotta put on YouTube soon. This one, oh shit, I gotta do this one too. Anyways, I'm sorry. So X-Men. This is what my timeline looks like. So X-Men, usually their episodes are 30 minutes. So the beginning is at 35 seconds and the end is 13. So I cut out about 17 minutes of the show, which is more than half. I always try to get to more than half of cut out. And I always try to keep it where I'm at least saying something, while they do whatever. So I'll have the show, my little Patreon card, my little thumbs up thing. I always like to put the logo in the corner. I don't know if that bothers people when it shows up like that, but I think it's fine. And then just me, and then my little background music. And then my end card, which I created a new one. I just took it off the border, pretty much. It's not too hard. And then I'll show you a Patreon one. Patreon would be the one I just did. So, oh no, but I've just damn. I forgot. Every time I put it on Patreon, I cut it so it's ready for YouTube. But basically, it would be the whole thing, and then I would blur out some of the stuff. But shoot. Shoot. So that's what my final cut looks like. Let's see. Shira said, I like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wallpaper. I've had this wallpaper for so long. Like, this is I love when I take my laptop somewhere. I feel like I'm in the MCU or like in a movie. Like, people, if they walk behind me, they're probably like, what the hell? Shira said, I need something like that with Ward in a loincloth. Oh, man. I personally, I don't use AI tools like that for art, but I'm sure you could find a way to get it. But Chris said, well, you know why X-Men 97 was aggravating all the right line. Oh, I heard the whole thing about more. It's just, it doesn't make sense. The biggest thing about X-Men that's funny is certain people will say like, oh, don't make X-Men political, or you know, and I didn't watch it when I was a kid, so I've only heard people respond like, what are you talking about? The X-Men are an allegory for this, and they've always been this. So I've never been able to like respond because I don't know. But in the very first episode and in the series, they say things like, how do you miss it? It's not even hidden that the mutants are like the ones who are being persecuted, basically. It's so easy to see because they say it. AI art is so disturbing. Yeah, it is. How is Storm's popular mohawk hair masculine? She is wonderful. This is, oh, what did I do with it? So, let me just go back here. I'm just saying, I'm not a bad guy, but if hey, where'd it go? I would not be mad if she beat me up. Nope. I would not resist. It's crazy. Like, people complain. I mean, it doesn't look like it's the best thing to fight in, but in the world of superheroes, the Hulk fights in shorts and no shirt. So what's the big deal? How is Storm's pop? I don't know. Storm could. She's like, oh, she's my favorite. She's so good in this. I don't need to talk about it for another half hour. You all know. It's just a really good character. But it's just certain things. I don't know. Kira said that outfit is amazing. She has lock picks in her headdress she wears. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I did not even notice. But she is super powerful. All right, where was I? Let me just see. I got a notification. Nothing. Oh, the comic bug. That's where I go to get my cards and comic stuff. That's pretty neat. She grew up thieving to survive when she was a little girl. That makes sense. Let's see what pictures we got. I like checking out some of the outfits. Like Jubilee, to me, it was funny because, and I don't know the backstory, but in the last episode they all got into their X-Men uniform and she doesn't have one. She still wore, well, she wore an outfit that she bought earlier in the previous episode. Like, just, it wasn't a uniform, like an X-Men uniform, it was just an outfit. But she just usually just wears clothes and her jacket. That's funny. There was a story where she tried to pickpocket Xavier way back in the day. Oh my God. There was a good question today. They were saying, what do you like better, this Cyclops uniform or the one where you can't see his hair? They don't have a picture of it, but this was cool when they were all playing basketball. Like, this is dope to me. Just seeing superheroes do normal stuff. You don't see it often. So it's like, oh, what are they doing in the X Mansion when they're not fighting? Well, they got their basketball stuff and they're playing basketball. Like that's cool to me. But that Magneto, this I was talking about yesterday. Not this uniform. This one here, I had the toy. I remember I had this toy. And his helmet came off. It was so cool. So cool. Kira said, did you notice young Jean in the flashback from episode 2 that was holding a stuffed Cyclops monster doll? I didn't. Let's see. I thought I'd be able to find it. The internet has failed me. Usually you could find anything on here. I also didn't know that Jubilee was so young. Jean has a type. Cyclops' classic is the all blue with the yellow trunks. Let's see. Oh, God. Oh, my God. How did I get to Cyclospora? Um, what is it? An outfit? Suit. Oh, this one? With the trunks on the outside, like Superman? Or the one that's all, I don't know if this is fan art. Oh my God, that's a costume. That's funny. What is that? Probably from like some futuristic one. Oh, so I had seen who played the actress Rogue. X-Men live action Rogue. Anna Paquin. And like I don't remember her from the movies, but why did they not give her Rogue's hair? Like why wouldn't they do that? It doesn't have to be like super 90s looking, but why didn't they make her hair red? Like I don't I mean I wouldn't have been like mad about it. Like costumes, you change the costumes, fine. But I feel like her hair is very specific and very rogue, you know? It just doesn't make sense. Like it would have been cool. I don't remember. I don't think they gave Halle Berry the mohawk, right? No, I don't they just gave her short hair. Like Halle Berry rocked short hair so well, she would have killed the mohawk. I think she just had brown hair, but when enough light hits it, it comes off red. I don't know. I felt like that's such a specific character trait. Like if if I watched this series and then they told me they were doing a live action and then I saw like that, like, oh, this is what she's gonna look like in the movie, I'd be like, is that really Rogue then? That's yeah, they should have gave Hallie a mohawk. Storm's wig in the first movie was just so bad. They gave the newer oh, was this one from the when they did the younger characters, like they did her mohawk really cool. Hey, Halle Berry could have done that. Come on. I can't wait until they start announcing who's gonna play the main timeline X-Men, because obviously I feel like Wolverine it's not going to be Hugh Jackman like when it crosses over, but I do think that our Wolverine is going to be in the movie. A lot of people say Daniel Radcliffe. I don't think that's a bad choice. He's 5'5", like Wolverine is a shorty. That would be, I could see it. I don't know if you all agree. I think he's a good actor, and I think he probably would be a good Wolverine. Kira says, I hope you enjoy that X-Men issue with Aurora. Oh, shoot. I have to put a note. I forgot. After I looked it up and I went to bed, I closed the browser and I totally forgot. He looks, he's got the hair. You could do the hair with him. He could grow a beard. He's 5'5". That's one thing that I never really knew because of the live action, and Hugh Jackman's like 6'3". I would always hear people talk about it, and I'm like, what's the big deal? But then when you watch the cartoon, like his height is to me, a big part of his personality, I think. Like I haven't watched enough, but it seems like he would have a what's it called? Not a Napoleon complex, but I feel like he maybe a little. Taron Egerton would be a good Wolverine. He's the one from Kingsman, right? Yeah, he's got that jawline like Wolverine. Yeah, either one of them, I think. They actually, it's funny. They have a similar face. They have a really similar jaw. That's that's pretty funny. What? I haven't heard much about Thunderbolts. Not much. Wolverine is just hair and attitude. You're not supposed to like him as a person in the comics. He had an issue with every member of the X-Men. The thing that I noticed in 97 with Wolverine is yes, everything you're saying is true. Like I've seen it in the animated show that I'm watching. Like I see all that. But when he was talking to Jean Grey, he was really like on a level with her, like really sweet, you know, and had so much more personality in that moment. And I feel like in the movies, the live action ones, they only made him like the asshole Wolverine, like just not wanting to be there and not wanting to work with anyone. But again, my memory isn't great. So I just maybe I don't remember him being like that gentle like he was. But I really, really love that scene. He was like just talking about like when she kissed him and he's like, whoa, like you're Scots, you know? You feel like the Wolverine that's portrayed in the movies would be like, hell yeah. Kira said, I'm trying not to look forward to Thunderbolts or any of the more projects until they come out. Don't understand the hate, but it's become a bit oversaturated. It's hard. I'm looking forward to them, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I am definitely going to see them. I still love Marvel movies, but I'm at a point now where even if they're great, like, I really love No Way Home. Oh, there's a bug on my lens, right? Awesome movie. I saw it once in the theater and then I watched it at home. I don't seem to watch them more than once anymore. And it might be because I moved, because when I lived in New York, I would see it Thursday night on my own. I would see it either Friday night or that weekend with my best friend. And then I would see it Monday or Tuesday with my dad. I would see every Marvel movie 3 times. I remember the first year I moved here, I had like the movie pass, the first one that was crazy. I watched Thor Ragnarok 7 times. I watched obviously Infinity War twice and Endgame twice, I think. But now I don't know if it's I'm just older and I'm fine watching them once, but my hype is when I'm walking to the theater. Like I'm really excited when I'm walking there and when I'm in the theater. And before it was just ridiculously like amped up. Oh my God, we have a week to go. Like I'm not like that anymore, and it's not because I don't want to watch them. It's just different to me now. Chris said, "Well, Scott is married to her clone. How do you deal with that in marriage counseling?" Yeah, that was a crazy twist for me. I don't know about you all who like know the history if that was part of a comic book, but yeah, that was nuts. That's why I love this. And that was what someone was saying in one of my comments about, oh, you should know all this. Like it was in this. I'm like, can I enjoy it? Like, why can't I enjoy being surprised about something that I don't know anything about? Like, if I knew it was going to happen, I would be like, oh, okay. But, anyways, I don't want to talk about those people anymore. So, Edgerton is 34. Radcliffe, damn, they're the same age. That's crazy. Oh, how old's, oh, he's only 5'9". So 5'9", 5'5". It'll work. Do any of you think that, okay, so I know in the trailer there's, and I'm not saying this because I know it, I'm saying it because I heard someone say it and then I saw the toy. There's going to be the patch version of Wolverine in the white suit because we see the back of his head. Do you think they're going to kind of waste one of these actors for a cameo to play like the patch character? Like maybe Radcliffe is Patch and Edgerton is our Wolverine? Or do you think neither of them will be the cameo? Kier says Radcliffe is a hairy fellow. He might work out well as Logan. I think so. It would be so interesting to see him jacked. Why is there one flying here? You know, you've seen him as obviously Harry Potter as a skinny little kid. Then he was in, I saw a little bit of Guns Akimbo, um, but I haven't seen much. I didn't, like, I don't know how many movies he's done, like in America. Yeah, Guns Akimbo was 2019. I didn't, like, he hasn't been in a lot. He probably doesn't have to, but maybe he does more theater. I feel like he probably does theater. And then Taron, I saw Rocket Man, Kingsman. I haven't seen Robin Hood. Eddie the Eagle, I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen many of his movies. Shira said Deno Patch is an interesting character, and we've seen Madripoor and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so it would be nice to see him there. Yeah, it's crazy because there's just so many characters in general. The thing that I like about Deadpool, this movie, is no one's really spoiled anything. The one thing that I hate, there's only two things that I hate about movies or people and movies. Is one, I don't like seeing too much. Like, just say, I don't know, I gotta think of something. Say the Silver Surfer was in this movie. I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know the Silver Surfer's in this movie if he's in this movie. Like, that to me is something I want to see in the theater. You know, if there's like if someone says there's a rumor that he's going to be in it, but we don't have pictures, that enhances my hype. But I'm not disappointed if they don't show up, right? It's just like a hype level. I hate that so much. Damn, what was the other thing that I don't like? Oh man, there was two things. When I think of it, I'll tell you. But yeah, I hate seeing too much. Oh, the other thing is, I love trailers. So if a movie has three trailers, I'll eat them up. I love trailers. What I don't like is trailers that put the jokes in them because if I hear the joke in the trailer, I'm not going to laugh at it when I see it in the theater. if you see the trailer like 30 times, you hear the joke over and over and over, it's not gonna land. Like, I know it's like I know the punchline. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like when they cut trailers, if it's a comedy, um, they should use like outtakes. The Kingsman movies are a lot better than I thought they'd be. He was so much fun as Eggsy. I really did like I liked them too. I watched the second one first, so I was like, "Who's this guy who got shot in the eye?" So then I had to go back and watch the first one. That was cool. Seems like they spoil everything now in trailers. It's getting really annoying. Yeah, a lot of the trailers do. I'm not like smart enough to figure stuff out, so I'll usually, I think I got bit. I'll usually in the theater will be like, "Oh man, I already saw that." Chris said that's a really good point. Humor and punchlines needs to hit in the theater. If you waste them in the trailer, it's bad. Yeah, I just feel like they just dropped that little new snippet of Wolverine and Deadpool in the diner, and they walk out to see Ant-Man's skull and they make a joke, which was hilarious. But now, like, if they put it in the movie, I'm not gonna laugh. Chang, you bit. It's like it's not even a mosquito. This is the weirdest thing. I see it as one of them. It's tiny. It just looks like a little fly. But it bit me, that son of a bitch. Speaking of England, that reminds me of Charlie bit me. Colin Firth was dope. That scene, that shootout in the, I think it was a church. That was freaking crazy. Mark Strong. I know he was in DC in Shazam as a character, but as a villain, he'd be a good Marvel character. Who else? I don't know. It would be pretty cool if they just threw in whoever. Like Deadpool is a movie you could do whatever you want as long as in the time allotted the plot happens. Like you could literally do anything. It's the perfect movie to just do throw Agents of Shield in there. Doesn't matter. Like you could do it in that movie without it feeling. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just a cameo to make money," and I typically don't agree. Like with Spider-Man No Way Home, there are some people that I don't know, they don't like it, but it made sense in the story. But Deadpool, you could put anybody in there. You want Halle Berry's Storm? Put Halle Berry Storm. You want three Wolverines? Put three Wolverines. If you're going to the Void, how many variants were pruned? Like there could be anybody in the Void. Like anyone could be there. Iron Man could be in the Void. Like it's it's an opportunity to bring back someone without ruining their death. Like you don't have to take him out of the Void, but if they're in there and fucking Iron Man is there, that would be dope. To me, a different version, whether it's Robert Downey Jr. or somebody else, I think that would be cool. Community has so many good one-liners. It's freaking amazing. Kira said, "Did you see Pyro in one of the later trailers? I just don't want to spoil it." Yeah, I watched New Rockstar's breakdown, and he went through like who all the old characters were from the movies. Um, Unfortunately, I don't remember him in them, but that's cool. That's really cool. Like if if we could suspend our, is it called suspend our belief? Suspend disbelief? Suspension of disbelief, I guess, that the Fox, the 21st Century Fox logo is in the void. I'm sure people could handle random characters being down there. You know, I mean, that's probably going to be the reason that the Fox characters are there is because whatever. Like, it's Deadpool. You could do anything. It's crazy. If there was like a prune Spider-Man and they take their mask off and it's like some weird guy or someone we don't even know, like, you could just do anything. Something that would be interesting would be if there was someone down there, like a villain that accidentally got out. Like it's Deadpool's fault that someone got out that leads into a different movie. Like that would be cool. Because I know people are like, oh, it's easy to bring characters in. There's a multiverse, just pull them in. And sometimes, like story wise, that could be too easy, I guess. If it's just like, oh, we need another Iron Man, so let's just go here and we'll take him with us. Like that's okay. But if you're in the void, like someone was pruned because they were a terrible person, they messed with the timeline and they were terrible and they got pruned and and you accidentally let them out, I think that would be pretty cool. I don't want it to be like I don't want Doctor Doom to be the one to come out, like someone that big, but Mr. Sinister would be crazy. I want him in it so bad. I cannot wait for the next Tom Holland Spider-Man either. I was so emotional when MJ forgot who he was. Ah, that broke my heart in the grand scheme of like the three movies being his origin story instead of one movie. And it's like I really want them, like I want him to have a best friend. Like him and Ned were great. So it's like, are they gonna undo it? Like there's gotta be a really good way like to do it. Because I need him talking to Ned again. Chris said the fact that this Deadpool movie is going all multiverse will have the TVA in it. That's gonna be nuts. And I'm glad that like this is rated R and Blade. Hopefully it's gets made soon is rated R, and like they'll give us Werewolf by Night again. Moon Knight I want to see. Like Moon Knight could be rated R. He beats the shit out of people. Put him somewhere. Aunt May dying. Oh man, that was again. That was another thing I saw, and again, I don't like to talk about people who don't like stuff, but here I am talking about it again because I'm a hypocrite. But the people who didn't like that, or it's you don't have to like everything, you know. I always say that you don't have to like everything, but to say something that makes sense doesn't make sense is dumb to me. Because like, why wouldn't the Green Goblin want to hurt the person closest to Peter? Like, how does that not make sense? Yeah, he's not our universe's goblin, but he's here and he wants to take over. So the person that's trying to stop him, why would you not do it? Werewolf by Night was great. When it's different people complain, the Marvel follows pattern, they complain. Yeah, that's why I try not to watch it or listen to it or see the tweets. It's hard not to when a lot of these things they'll put you, like when you open the app, they put you into like the things you might want to see rather than your followers first, and then you see shit. So that's kind of annoying. But yeah, like what you like, don't like what you don't like. But I don't know, don't rain on people's parades. Big cryberries, if they want to complain, they need to open up their own companies. That brings up another point when they'll say, like, oh, it's so stupid that this white character from 1965 is now a black character. Like, why do they do stuff like that? Create your own character. And then people create their own character and they shit on that. It's like people are just hurtful and hateful. It's stupid. And that made me forget the other thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to ask you guys something. Have some more popcorn, maybe. Maybe it was something that we would talk about. Oh, was it Werewolf by Night? Damn. Ah, I forgot the question. It was a good one, too. Forgot. It wasn't about Deadpool. It wasn't about Doom. Was it about Werewolf by Night? Hmm. Is that butter popcorn the amount of salt in that? Um, it's a lot of butter. I think it's normal. The last time I bought a box, I went a little bit crazy and did. It was in the movie theater or extra. That's way too much. Way too much butter. The the thing about like AMC, when you order it to your seat, they give you the butter on the side rather than putting it in. That's actually a pretty good idea because they used to put a lot of butter. What was I gonna say? Werewolf by Night. Shit. I don't know. The lead in Werewolf by Night being in a movie when he was younger called A2 Mama Team being a good coming of age movie. Let's Google it. 2001. Well, oh, Gail Garcia Bernal. Oh my God, Diego Luna was in that. That's crazy. But yeah, all right. Maribel Verdú, don't know. And Lopez Maria Daniel. Damn. How old is Diego Luna? Damn, he's 44. He looks young. This guy's 45. He's still, he looks pretty good for his age too. I mean, his age. We're not old, but like they look young. That's crazy. So with, oh, this, wait, did he direct it? Let's see. Do, let's see. Oh no, directed by Alfonso Cuardon. I can't read. Quaron. I can't roll my R's either, so I am not gonna butcher his name. Oh, the character he played was Enoch. That reminds me of Agents of Shield. That character Enoch, right? That was his name. What was he? Man, I like seeing what. Damn, he's been acting for a while. Let's see. Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights. What? Fate to Black. Mr. Lonely. He played Michael Jack. He played Michael Jackson. What? That's funny. Let's see. Just Enoch was so funny without intending to be funny. That was good deadpan comedy. That was good. The Bad Batch. Oh, that's so funny. He did voices on the Bad Batch before, well, the same year as Rogue One. Rogue One, I think that's my favorite Star Wars movie. I love that movie. Every time I see it on TV, we watch it. Kiss of the Spider Woman filming. Oh, a musical. That's He was born in Mexico City. The last season where they go back in time, I felt for Daisy losing Lincoln, and she deserved a happy ending. Yeah, that was sad. I wonder if they killed him off because Luke Mitchell was he was blowing up his career, and maybe he wanted to do something different. Because I know right after that he did Blind Spot. I think. Yeah, Lincoln was the electric Inhuman. Oh, the woman who plays Daisy's mom I think her name it was Jai Ling was her mom. She is in um, that Apple TV Plus show with Adam Scott, Severance. Yeah, I can't wait for season 2 of Severance. Where is she? Yeah, her. She's in it. She's 42. She looks 20. This is such a good show. Do you guys watch Severance? Zach Cherry, he's so funny in it. He's the one from Spider-Man. Spider-Man, do a flip! And he was in Shang-Chi. She was also in Dollhouse and Being Human. Well, I could see her. Oh, she's going to be in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Oh, here's Dollhouse. 2009 sci-fi. Eliza Dushku was in that? It's crazy. John Turturro, so good in Severance too. Christopher Walken. It had a really good cast. This guy was fun. He has like a smaller part. He was in Spider-Man Homecoming. He played the Tinkerer, but he's in it. He plays one of the characters' friends' husbands, but he's so funny. It is a small Hollywood world. I can't wait for this. I gotta see if it has a release date. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing yet. No. Did you ever see Christopher Walken in Blast from the Past? I have not. Kira, it's embarrassing for someone who has a reaction channel how few movies I've seen. It just gives me more stuff to watch. Have you guys watched Tokyo Vice? We've been watching it, but when we watch something that's so good, we'll binge half of it. Like we'll binge half the season. Luckily, that one was week to week, so we couldn't really binge it. But they dropped the last 2 episodes, and we just don't want it to end, so we haven't watched it yet. Doom Patrol, I haven't either, but I had it on my list at one point because everyone said that was really good. Yeah, like Diane Guerrero is really good. Brendan Fraser, obviously. Timothy Dalton, he looks familiar. Tokyo Vice is, it is. Tokyo Vice is good. You get really connected to those characters. Like, they, the Yakuza obviously is a big part of it, and they're gangs basically, like, not great people, but they still make you, like, feel for some of them in ways that I won't spoil it, but it's really good. And then I watched the first episode of Shogun, and everyone seems to like it. I thought the first episode was fine, but I didn't really excuse me. I didn't understand why the main well it seems like the main character is a white guy. I don't know if you're so we're supposed to be like experiencing what's happening through his eyes. I don't know. Doom Patrol is the strangest watch I'll ever view. It's so freaking bizarre. Take on a team that basically was the X-Men before Marvel put out the X-Men in the 60s. Really? So Doom Patrol is Robot Man, never heard of them. Cyborg, obviously I've heard of them. Elastigirl, Negative Man. Is that sort of like Mr. Negative in Spider-Man? Crazy Jane, I never heard of until this show. Robot Man. They have some really, really crazy names. Madam Rogue, Mr. Nobody. Oh, Alan Tudyk is in this? Hold on. I think Mr. Nobody. All right, that's not the one I was looking for. What does he look like in live action? Damn, they don't. All right, let's see. Oh, shoot, that looks pretty. That's actually pretty dope. That looks pretty cool. Alan Tudyk does seem like every voice. Every time there's a droid or an animated character, he's in the movie. That's crazy. The movie that I really wanted to see, and it sucks that it was canned for a tax write-off, is that Batgirl movie. That's so stupid. He was the voice of the robot in iRobot? That I didn't know, but it doesn't surprise me. Every time, like, what I like to do sometimes is just go through movies and see who's in them, and he shows up in almost everything. It's out of control. Man. Ooh, a leaf on the wind. Oh, Boomhauer's back. A leaf on the wind. What's that from? Oh, Serenity. I didn't watch Serenity, but is that what he says before he gets killed? I mean, that is the question. We won't know if it's good or not unless Warner Brothers put it out. It's like, why go to the trouble of spending all the money and then not putting it out? Nuts. Totally nuts. Serenity now. Oh, man. All right. Oh, that's right. I already came here. Like, oh, John Malkovich also got cast in Fantastic Four. Boomhauser just finished the first season of Good Omens. A lot of people have told me about Good Omens. It's just a lot of shows. And just to, like, not being a broken record and repeating myself, I don't have the time to watch all these good shows. If you guys could find me like 10,000 more subs, I'll do all the shows. Sheer says it's free to watch online if you get a chance to watch Dr. Horrible. Damn, you guys should have a reaction channel. You've seen some good stuff. All right. Dr. Horrible sing along, is that it? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of content, you know, like a lot, but there is a lot of good stuff. Dr. Horrible sing along. What it? Oh my God, it's what's his name? Nathan Fillion. That's crazy. Where's the cat? Oh, Dr. Har. Wait. Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, Jed Whedon, so Josh's brother, Felicia Day, Simon. Isn't this the guy from Big Bang Theory? Drew Goddard. I recognize the name. It's so funny. That's funny. It was during the writer's strike back then. Yeah, I remember Breaking Bad came out during the writer's strike. I think that's why the first season was only like 8 episodes or something. Jed Whedon was a writer on it. Where do they come up with this stuff? Dr. Horrible sing along blog. 2008 musical comedy miniseries in 3 acts. Oh my God. An aspiring supervillain? Captain Hammer. Oh my God. Written by Joss Whedon. I'll tell you something. I wish, I really wish that Joss Whedon wasn't uh like a horrible person. Like I wish he was a good person because if he was still working with Marvel, ah, I think it would have been. It's to me, it's great. I think it would have been even better. But God, why people gotta be such assholes? It's so low budget, it's adorable. Let me go to YouTube. Ah, 11 years ago. So subtitle. So 42 minutes. Is that like the whole thing? Are they shorts? It says, yeah, James Franco has ruined me on certain films due to his questionable acts. I try to let those things get to me. I mean, if it's serious stuff, then it's serious stuff. It shouldn't like bother us, but like we should still, I don't know, if you want to say like boycott their movies, because technically you're supporting them if they're like a really bad person. But it's like, how hard is it not to be not horrible? Like, you don't even have to be a great person. You just have to not be horrible. Like, that's just do the bare minimum. But some people just can't. 3 parts totaling. Oh, all right. So that's the whole thing. Cool. Like, and then again, I I'm not good at articulating stuff, but when it comes to celebrities, we only hear gossip, you know, and I'm not talking about like sexual assault stuff. I'm not talking about that. That's totally different. I'm just talking about some celebrities that are like weirdos that has nothing to do with that. Like we'll hear things, right? And do we really know like is it six like the telephone game? You say something and it passes down by the time it gets back to you, it's totally different. You know? So certain things I'll say about someone, and I'm not a person to say I don't believe anyone, but I wish we like could know the truth. Like if we were there, like what is actually going on. I don't think I'm articulating this that well either, but like certain people will do something minor that's just dumb, just say, and people will hate them forever. And again, this is, I guess, maybe hearsay, maybe not. So they won't see like their shows. But Tom Cruise, no one cares that he basically runs a cult, and people who were in it that are out have like called him out on it, but no one seems to care because it's him. Like, obviously, I'm not there. I don't know what's going on, but people who were there have kind of told us like what goes on, and it's kind of like scary. Allison Brie is married to his the he's married to the brother. I always forget who's like the older one who was in uh, the original Spider-Man. There's James Franco, and then there's the other one. I don't remember. Uh, I've been watching Ellie Moses react to Breaking Bad, Sopranos, and The Wire on his channel. I was thinking about starting The Wire. That's a show. That's like Breaking Bad, where I don't think anyone thinks it's a bad show. Dave, that's his name. Yeah, Dave Franco is the one married to Allison Brie. One really hot power couple. I follow her on Instagram, I think. Yeah, not Twitter. And it's funny from when she was younger to now, like when you watch her in Community, she looks so tiny, but when I see her on Instagram, she looks so tall. It's weird. Aubrey Plaza is really good. She was great in Legion. Did you see the one with her and Elizabeth Olsen where she plays the stalker? Fuck, crazy. That was good. Ooh, I think I gotta get this popcorn. Oh, there we go. There we go. What was it called? Um, Ingrid Goes West. That was good. I saw that in the theater. Like the Baldwins. I think there's another Franco brother out there, like the Hemsworth and Skarsgårds. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Skarsgårds, I knew there was the dad and then the one who was in It, but like there's another one. And then, yeah, Hemsworth, there's Chris, right? And then there's Luke. Like those are the two actors. And then there's another one that no one really knows. Oh, Liam and Luke. All right, so the one who's famous is which one? Is it him? Or is it him? I don't recognize him. I recognize him, Luke. But Luke's been in a lot too, so I don't even know. Hollywood keeps pumping them out. I did feel a tad creepy crushing on Annie in the first few seasons of Community. When did the Community come out? Let me see something. 2009. So, well, Allison Brie in 2009. Yeah, she's my age. So I don't think that would have been bad, but like crushing on the character who's supposed to be 17, like Jeff was. Whoo. Yeah. I think everyone in this is around my age now. Everything, like everyone is my age, it seems. Let's see. Community cast. Joel McHale is probably 50, yeah, so he's a little older. Daniel Pudi is 45. I love Daniel Pudi. Alison Brie was 40. Donald Glover is 40, so yeah. It's like everyone I grew up with is 40. 40. Jim Rash is probably 50, yeah. Chevy Chase is old as shit. Yvette Nicole Brown. Oh, they don't even have her 52. She looks so good for like 52 is not old, but like she looks really young. He's got to be in his 50s. Yeah, everyone. I miss John Oliver on that show. I loved that character. Garrett. So I didn't get to Jonathan Banks' episode yet. I saw Brie Larson. I saw Tony Hale. I saw Jack Black. I think I saw her. I saw him. I haven't got to. Oh no, I did get to Andy Dix. He just played the voice that Chevy Chase heard. Saw Hilary Duff. Lauren, she was in a lot of them. Malcolm, yeah. Matt Lucas, oh, that was a good one. He played that creepy guy who was trying to like kidnap Abed. I didn't get to his, but I know Keith David did a voiceover, but was he actually in it too? Catherine McPhee, I don't remember. Michael Williams, I do remember. I didn't get to his yet. Goodman, yes. Luke Perry, yes. Owen Wilson, yes. I got to a lot of these cameos. I don't think I got to Martin Mull or Randall Park. Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll is great at playing an asshole. He's even in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, his character was an asshole. LeVar Burton, yeah. Kamal Nanjiani, no. Him, no. Jason Alexander's was hilarious. Busy Phillips, no. Adam Devine, yes. News Radio had Andy Dick. Yeah, I remember News Radio back in the day. Joe Rogan was in that? I don't remember Joe Rogan being in it, but oh, Dave, he's so funny. Oh yeah, the one with Phil Hartman. Yeah, this was a good show. This was funny. Do you guys watch Superstore? The other guy from Kids in the Hall is in that one. Mark McKinney, so funny. I wish this got more seasons. It was good, but America Ferrera is in like she was in everything, so she had to move on. Yeah, Phil Hartman, man, it's really sad. And a comedian, that's the thing with stuff like that because and this live stream, I'm not trying to get too deep, but what they say, you never know what someone's feeling inside, right? If it's like just you go to work and it's a coworker, sometimes you could kind of tell. But when it's a comedian like Phil Hartman and Robin Williams, who their jobs is to be funny and make people laugh, and that's the only time you see them. You're not in their personal life. You see them on TV. They're hilarious. You're like, oh, they're the happiest person in the world, and you have no idea. I didn't see Superstore, but I had made a mistake of watching that show with Randall Park and Jake Peralta's wife from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The show with Randall Park is Jake's wife is. Oh, I think you spoiled me. He gets married to Amy. Oh, Blockbuster. Oh, it's not funny. So Colton Dunn is so good in Superstore. Lauren Ash, everyone in the show is amazing. Nico Santos, he's in a lot of movies now. He was funny in that. This guy here, John Miyahara, played Brett. Dude doesn't even say a word. Hilarious. Um, this guy here, who played Marcus, is funny. I don't think he's really in anything. The Oath, Superstore. Oh, he was in Agent Carter? Oh, he was. No, he's not the one who played. No. Dumb and Dumber 2. Yeah, everyone was good in this. He's like, I'm so sorry. Let me see the cast. Let me see the cast. All right, we got. That's really like shitty to hear because I love Randall Park and I only know Melissa Fumero from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she's so good too. JB Smoove is in this. He's hilarious. Come on. JB Smoove is like one of the main reasons I watch, well, not every day, but that I love, um, oh my God, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love his dynamic with Larry David. American Workplace Comedy series created by Vanessa Ramos. Showrunner based on the Blockbuster brand. Fictionalized version of The Last Blockbuster in Rainbow, Michigan. Netflix. Canceled. Damn. Randall Park is Timmy Yoon. He's the manager. Melissa Fumero is Timmy's longtime crush. Oh, God. So, this is kind of funny. I'm wondering, do they play their age or are they playing younger characters? Yeah, he's an underappreciated actor. He has good chemistry with Randall Park. Oddball show. This should have made it better off Ted. That one I've heard of. Who was in this? Oh, Portia de Rossi. Andrea Anders. Don't know. Who else? Malcolm Barrett looks familiar. Oh, Portia de Rossi had her own show. Remember she played like the CEO of something? What was it called? Where is it? Damn, they don't even have it on here? Where is it? That's crazy. Oh, the show where she plays the boss is Better Off Ted? Oh, then I've seen that. Yeah, she was in Arrested Development. Ah, Better Off Ted. Overview. Life is Sweet for Young Men Who Runs a Research. Oh, okay. Yep. Then I do remember that show. I love Arrested Development. That's another one of my shows, one of my favorites. Can't believe it got canceled. Oh, and now the mom from Arrested Development died a couple of years ago, so no more of that. Dude, I like to I always check, see if I have comments. I don't. There's always money in the banana stand. The first time I watched that, the comedic timing of that show is amazing because he's like when he's in jail and he's just talking, he's eating the ice cream and he's just like so nonchalant. He's like, "There's always money in the banana stand." It's like he's trying so hard to tell Michael, you know, without telling him, and he just doesn't get it and they burn it down. There was $1 million lining the wall of that banana stand. As a white guy, I guess I can say this, but sometimes I confuse Michael Cera with a ton of other young white guys. Really? Michael Cera? I feel like he's has a very um unique face to me. No touching. No touching. Dude, I think I watched that series 3 times and we watched the first episode, me and my girlfriend, and I didn't even know this, but in the pilot episode, you could see the 2 buildings that are right down the block from us at the marina. And then the banana stand is also like a 2-minute drive. It's a lighthouse. It's not a banana stand, obviously. But on Balboa Island, there is a banana stand. It's like a long one. It's not the tall one. So they took the real banana stand from Balboa Island and they just built like a set, but like right here. It was pretty cool. Ozark, I heard, is amazing. The DVDs have an extended pilot. I gotta get more. I have, like, if you get, oh, you can't, let me take this off. Damn, this is my longest live stream ever. I have, these are all DVDs. It's not like a really big collection, but I do have this one. Oops. Damn, it's dusty. Oh my God. It's got a lot of bonus content, I think. I just haven't gone through it all. But it was on sale at Best Buy when Best Buy sold media. Now they don't anymore. Oh my God. The dust got on my nose. Yeah. I think after I finish reacting to it, because I download those episodes, and when I rewatch it, I'll probably watch the DVDs because they're higher quality, obviously, physical media. But yeah, I got a good amount now. I try to, well, I used to go to Best Buy and find cool 4Ks that were on sale, but like I said, they don't sell them anymore. So there's really nowhere to go besides like Barnes and Nobles. But their Criterion collection, it's like $50 for a movie. Like, why? Um, oh my God, sorry, the dust is everywhere. Chris says, so it has the D&D episode that's been removed from most streaming services. Yeah, that one. Where is it? Yeah, that's how I think I got it. I think I ripped it off of here to watch it. Which season is that one in? Season two, right? Do, do. Yeah, there's a Barnes and Nobles by me. This is so weird. Season one, aren't there? Oh, there's two discs. Sorry about that. Yeah, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons is on disc two. Oh, fudge. Oh, I'm a mess. Yep. Damn it. Can't do anything right. Put there. Ooh. I'm surprised that they haven't, excuse me, I haven't talked this much in a long time. I'm surprised they haven't put it back up because Yvette Nicole Brown was really um, trying to get it back up. I feel like if the cast like wanted to, they would do it. Oh, I watched My Name Is Earl when it was on TV. Another show that I wish could have ended because I love the premise of that. Oh my God, there's so much dust because of that. Terrible. Mm-mm. Boomhauser. Cheers. I wish I had a beer. I'm getting hungry again, but I can't eat any more popcorn. And it's 10 o'clock. I don't want to cook. Damn, 3 hour live stream and you all stayed. You guys are great. You guys are the best. I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I'm relying on you guys just playing off of your messages. Jason Lee and Mallrats Chasing Amy Dogma will have to watch. My name is Earl. Yeah, My Name is Earl is funny. It has a really good cast and the characters are really cool. They're dynamic and they're like three people that you would never think would get along. Actually, four. Like the four people: Earl, his best friend, and then the girl, who I believe was his ex, who now has another boyfriend. Like that's the four main characters. It just works. Speaking of the Askew, is it called the Askew universe? The View Askew universe? Did you all see Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back? I mean, Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. I thought it was pretty funny. Pretty. I don't think I've seen Chasing Amy. Earl, Randy, Joy, and Crabman. Yep, that's it. My back is killing me. Ah, such a good show. Yep. Randy, Earl, Darnell, and Joy. Shira said the last Clerks. Oh, I haven't seen. I didn't see that one yet. That's right. I saw two. I haven't seen. Wait, was there a third one? Yeah, I haven't seen the third one yet. I should go here. Do. This is. Let's see if they have it. Yep, I think I can get it. All right, cool. Just checking something. Another show with great cameos. Let's see. Oh, his daughter, Harley Quinn, was in it. Ben Affleck. Oh, this is Clerks. I meant to go back to My Name is Earl. Alyssa Milano is in that? I don't remember. I've seen most of these. John Henson from Wipeout. Rico Rodriguez was on that? He must have been a baby. Faith Ford, DJ Qualls. There was a period of time where this guy was in a lot. It was weird to see Jason Lee with a mustache. Now it's weird to see him without it. I wonder if he's been in anything recently. The Incredible. Oh, maybe he hasn't been in anything lately. I mean, some people have been in so much they don't need to do anything. Like I haven't seen Jamie Presley in much. Let's see. I feel like she's a good actress too, but she hasn't been in a lot. Eddie Steeples. Again, yeah, not a lot. He was in those terrible Chipmunks films where we can't hold that against him. Those terrible Chipmunks films are probably the ones that made him a lot of money. Would never hold that against anybody, you know? That's so. I want to maybe go see a movie. Oh, I definitely need to see. Ooh, this. I want to see Challengers. Fall Guy. I want to see. I'm not good with horror. I get scared. Kung Fu Panda 4. I saw the first one. That was good. See all? No. Don't want me to see all? Oh, there we go. Not another church movie. Wait a second. Jamie Foxx. What? That's nuts. I still need to see Frozen Empire and the last one. Still need to see Dune Part 2. It's that movie's like 2:45. It's like Avengers Endgame was that long, but it's just I don't know. Monkey Man I want to see. Um, yeah. Let's see. What did I miss? Boomhauer said we've really enjoyed Ahsoka. Oh, I like that too. That was one I was thinking about doing reactions to, but the kind assassin did she didn't do reactions. She did weekly reviews. It was fun. She likes doing some videos sometimes. We both love what we do in the shadows. I can't wait for that so we can do reactions again. Yeah, Ahsoka's good. And I think we enjoy it more than most people because kind of like Marvel, I didn't watch Clone Wars, I don't watch Rebels, none of the animation. So I watch these things fresh, when um like Marvel movies come out, there are people who are disappointed that things aren't taken from the comics and done correctly or the way they want it to. And they'll say, "Oh, something like it wasn't good because it wasn't how they did it." Like Captain America: Civil War, that I read, so I know obviously it wasn't a one for one, and people don't like that. But I go in, the movie is my introduction, and that's why I think I like it so much. Chris said again, though, with so much hate regarding that series, I liked Mandalorian and Bad Batch. I love Mandalorian, and I'm not someone who won't admit that I kind of watch it for Grogu, even though it's a good show. Like, I freaking love Grogu. So, um, and I haven't watched Bad Batch. I don't know. Not that I'm not interested in it, but I just don't have the time. Sheer says she didn't watch Rebels either. One of my best friends, MXTT, what is going on? Um, shit. Yeah, my one of my best friends in New York. I'm the one who's like on him to watch the Marvel movies. He has kids, so it's hard to get to the theater. So I always remind him, but he's been really trying to get me to watch Bad Batch and Clone Wars because he's watched them both, which was an advantage of him having kids because they loved it. So he watched it with his kids. Um, but it's just a lot of seasons. I'll see when, like, in, I don't know, Community, I got like six, maybe 6 more months worth of weeklies. When that's done and Rick and Morty's done, I'll have to pick up 2 more. So that's when I'm gonna really need you. Like when those are over, I'm gonna need help. Uh, Boomhauer, even with all the comic movies that have come out, Mystery Men is still my favorite. This one here with Ben Stiller, an American superhero comedy film based on Flaming Carrot Comics. Is that Salma Hayek? Oh no, it's not. Just it was a bad low resolution. It looks like it was Janine Garofalo, maybe, but in that side profile, Ben Stiller, Janine Garofalo, Paul Rubens, William H Macy, Hank Azaria, Jeffrey Rush. This has a pretty good cast. Kel is in this. Janine Garofalo. I haven't seen her in anything lately. So it's on Amazon. It's got pretty good reviews. Why did it go to Salesman Pete? That's weird. Hmm. That's so weird. It went to a totally different movie. Pete is a special agent fighting crime in the streets of Pickle City. YouTube, Apple TV, so it's not really available to stream. Maybe it's a bad link. Let's see. There we go. 1999, so it's available to buy or rent. That's so funny. Damn, it's 2 hours too. That is a superhero movie. Oh man. So MXTT, how did you find me? I don't get too many non-regulars on my live streams, but you are welcome. Chris said, I thought that movie could exist in the same universe as The Mask. Janine Garofalo lives in my memory from Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Boom Howard said, I'm old. Want to borrow my DVD? I ain't Abed. That's right. Abed doesn't like to give up his DVDs. That's funny. Damn, man. I was, I really should take notes because you guys have gave me so many shows and stuff. I could always just come back and read the chat again to go through it. It's so good. Can't believe it's 10 o'clock. I'm actually finally getting tired. I feel like my voice is trailing off. My eyes are low. I'm not looking at the camera anymore. I'm hungry. My back hurts. Not a good look. But at least I fixed that problem because I did see like 3 or 4 thumbs ups and nothing happened. So there was that. Oh God. And also my I lowered my bit rate and I think that helped a little bit too. I was doing overkill. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm so tired, guys. Like I would do this every day if I could, but once the kind assassin comes back from the trip, I won't. I might be able to do it like once a week, like usual. So this was fun. This was really fun. But yeah, I gotta go. So don't know who else is still on, but thanks for sticking around for the freaking 3 hours with me. It was fun, really fun. I'm gonna pass out or something. Seriously, get some sleep. I have to do laundry, so I'll be up for another hour, but that's a me issue. That would have been a me issue. Luckily, I did laundry an hour before I started. Thank goodness, man. I cannot do it right now. Kira, thank you. Boomhauer again, thank you. Chris, thank you. Shira, thank you. MXTT, thank you for hopping in. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everyone. I think that's everyone. Whoo. Boomhauer said, yeah, midnight here, gonna hit the rack. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll do it again soon. Probably not tomorrow. Count your storms. That's a good one, Chris. I will be sure to count my storms to go to bed. I'll see you all next time. Like I said, probably not tomorrow, but we'll have fun again. Later, everyone.